because of the spill, the president has extended a moratorium on new deepwater offshore oil drilling. He's delayed exploration as well in the Arctic off Alaska, and he's even canceled a plan to search for oil off the Virginia coast. Let's take a closer look at all of this with Robert Johnston, the Director of Energy and Natural Resources at the Eurasia Group, which is one of the top global political risk and consulting firms. Robert, thank you so much for joining us. So let's talk about the policy implications for all of this. As I detailed off the top, the president yesterday already describing plans to really drastically cut back deepwater drilling plans. So do you believe these moves will make for a safer oil drilling industry, or will it just hurt the industry and all of our energy needs in the long run?
Well, the challenge, of course, is that it could result in both outcomes. This is a very complex industry that does have a lot of safety issues. And the reason the Bush administration did deregulate the industry, so to speak, was that there were significant problems developing these new resources in a timely and cost-effective manner. Now you could argue the pendulum has swung too far in the other direction, and we are now at a point where safety is again the focus. Oil prices are lower, and there's a lot of uncertainty for investors going forward.
So what kind of chance do these oil producers have, perhaps, to successfully challenge these moves by the administration?
Well, I think they have to be very careful in how they opt to challenge. I think that a 6-month stand down on the 33 exploration rigs operating in the Gulf of Mexico, plus a freeze on new permits for new wells, is a significant step. And it will have an economic cost for the producers, but the public relation costs of opposing the government on this issue could also be very high as well. So I think that they're going to probably swallow the difficult medicine for now, but I think they'll be looking very much more so at what's going to happen in 2011 and how manageable these new regulations will be going forward once the moratorium is lifted. Do
you think this signals a change in overall new landscape ahead for the oil drilling industry? Some have even suggested that BP, because of the financial and the reputational toll it's taken from all this, might be seen as a takeover target.
Well, I think it's a popular game on Wall Street and the energy community to figure out how you could match up different IOCs or super major companies in different combinations. There's been a lot of rumors over the years and talk about a Shell BP merger, and certainly after the mega mergers we had in the late 1990s. So you can't rule that out entirely. But at this point, BP will try to survive this crisis. The problem is that they're very exposed to the drilling in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's one of the most important growth strategies for them going forward. And so they clearly have a lot in the line here, and I think the other IOCs are watching what happens to them with great interest.
All right, Robert Johnston, the Eurasia Group Director of Energy and Natural Resources.